So the next team on the hit list, and I'm going to try to say the same, but the Miami Dolphins. Listen, I think we all agree that it's New England and Buffalo at the top of that division. Miami's obviously going to try and do some things. How do you feel about Tua Tagovailoa? I think I finally said it right for the first time ever. How do you feel about Tua and the Dolphins this season?
They're going to have to show me. Obviously, I feel good about the coach. I feel good about the environment he's created. He's changed quite a few coordinators on offense over the years. That tells me something, having been a coach, in the league. You have this young quarterback who everybody thought was the next coming of a superstar, and didn't go that way. And then you hear some of the rumblings out of Miami that he didn't work hard, didn't understand defenses. There was a lot of talk. Where there's smoke, there's smoke. So there's something to this. And I think we're masking it by the changing of coordinators and trying to find the fire and find the right mix for this quarterback. I think if Deshaun Watson wasn't in the situation he's in, we might not even be having this conversation, right. but so it's going to be interesting. I think their future is going to be about what Tua does.
Yeah. Because there was a lot of talk, right, of Tua to the Texans for Watson's before this stuff came out. Yeah,
I think they're going to be really good on defense. That's Coach Flores' forte. I just think on offense, they got to either let this guy become who he can become, or they got to move on, one or the other.
So is it Tua? Is it the defense? What's going to make or break this team?
Well, it goes back to what we just got finished talking about with quarterback play. Tua made it clear. He had said it earlier this year that he was having trouble with the playbook and understanding it. And I can't reiterate this enough, how important vets are. And when I come into the game as a pro, I'm not a pro, coach. I got pro potential.
Yes.
And it's your job to teach me the pro game. That's why I can't put a price tag on how important it is for a guy to learn from another guy. So but it was such immense pressure on Miami because they had been so bad for Tua to play right now. So it was clear that he wasn't ready. It was obvious that he wasn't ready, but he was getting by because that defense was so good, man, with Baker and Ogba. That interior defense was incredible, what they were doing.
Yes.
But eventually, my quarterback has to play, and he has to produce because I can only hide him for so long.
Right.
So, like you just said, Coach, we got this season coming up. We have to see improvement. If I don't see improvement, I got to start looking in another direction. I have to.
So, Coach, it's a follow-up question to that because we mentioned the changing of coordinators, and you and I have talked about, at length, how having that consistency, whether it's a QB coach or an offensive coordinator, is so critical to the development of a young quarterback. I would think most, if not all, organizations, head coaches know that. What's the thought process of changing them when you know that consistency is so important? Is it just like you said, to mask some of the quarterback's inefficiencies, or just try to find someone that clicks with them because these first few didn't?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think, you hired a guy to do a job, and maybe this guy is feeling like the quarterback is not living up to his potential. I mean, if you go back and follow their situation, Ryan Fitzpatrick was a starter. Chan Gailey had Ryan Fitzpatrick in Buffalo. They were winning. Ryan Fitzpatrick was doing good things, and all of a sudden, let's take Ryan Fitzpatrick out. This is what OG's talking about. Here's a veteran player. He's going to teach this young guy how to play. Everybody's saying not play the young guy. The young guy goes in. Things are not going well. And I think the coordinator struggled with having a young guy because he knew he wasn't putting forth the effort that it took on and off the field to be the type of player he needed to be. And so he wrote his ticket out of there. So you bring in this new guy. Yeah. And if at some point in time, there's going to be a meeting in the road at some point in time with this quarterback and his new coordinator, because there's going to be a time something this coordinator needs from this quarterback. He needs to play like a veteran at some point in time. And if he can't, they won't win. And then they start looking at the coordinator again. So if I'm a coordinator of the Dolphins, I'm concerned because I could be the next one out.